Hey, and what's going on, everybody? This is Raymond here from the Farm Dream, and this is The Dream. Welcome to a new vlog, welcome to a new episode. I wanted to start inside today because I just wanted to show everybody how we're doing with the propagation. Let me show you where we're at right now. So these were planted 17th of March, so it's about 2 weeks ago now. And we do see some tomatoes and cherry tomatoes. We actually gave one away, as you can see in that slot there. Carrots. And bell peppers are actually starting as well, very little. Now we are still waiting for the spinach. The beetroot is growing like a champ, so that's great. Like I said, no spinach yet. Now we also have some iceberg lettuce over here, so that's great. And no spring onions yet. So we need to wait for that a little bit. So that's it for all the seedlings right now. They're starting to grow and starting to become big. We're gonna go outside. It is snowing, which is weird because it's the end of March, but it is snowing a little bit, so we'll manage. And I'm just gonna start on building the second raised bed. So yeah, let's get started. So to start off, I just need to do a few more cuts. These poles, I just need to get them to length. Then we can start working in the front garden. I also need to cut these a little bit shorter because I wanted to get the maximum out of it, but I went too big. So just 20 centimeters shorter on all of them. And then we'll have the perfect size. Let me get started. Here we are back in the front yard, and I'm just grabbing some gloves because it is really cold. Don't mind the bins because they'll be taken away today. So they're just there for when they arrive. I'm gonna measure in the next part over here, and I wanna make sure, because we have some tiles over here, I just wanna make sure that I don't hit that. So I'm just gonna measure it in and get it all ready. So there it is, measured in, and I'm actually quite happy with this. We have lots of space surrounding it, so that would be perfect for well, working on the gardens. They ended up being 120 by 230, if I'm right. So it's a little bit smaller than I expected, but at the same time, plenty of space for us to grow our veggies. It's been a real joy to just work in the front yard, and all the people passing by, which are a lot, and they're just saying that they're happy to see that somebody's fixing up the garden. And yeah, it's been a joy to do this. So let's continue. Let's keep on digging it all out, getting the poles in, and set up the last raised bed, and then we're about done with the front yard. Really excited. So that's the raised bed almost done. I'm just gonna put 2 more studs in the middle, and then we have it fully finished. All we need to do is fill it up with compost, and then it's another one ready. I'm exhausted. That was really heavy work. Right, so there we have it. 2 raised beds of 4 by 8 feet. And they're ready to be used. But I want to create a no-till garden, and for that we need to add some extra steps before we add all the compost. I will get into that later, what it actually is. For now, we're going to create some more compost, head to the back, and start our composting. Right, so it's a new day, and I had to stop yesterday, and here's why. So as you can see, the wind just picked up and it started to storm in here, so I had to stop that. Then also, I'm not too sure what to do with the compost bin just yet. So we're just gonna leave that for a bit because it is quite big. So I wanna put it in the right position at first try. I'm gonna work on the back here. I wanna build our little tomato rack system here. So I have to go to the store to grab a few things. We're gonna do that, and then when we get back, we're gonna start building. And then also we need to get compost to fill the last bin, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Oh, and for today I want to start seeding actually, because we have to start seeding. It's almost April. Tomorrow will be April, and yeah, I just have to start seeding stuff because we will be too late to start the season. Let's go. So as you can see, here's an example for the raised bed. I just made a little mock-up. Should be able to plant about 3 tomato plants next to each other in here, and we'll have a pole on each side, and we'll just guide the tomatoes to the top with that. So yeah, let's start building it. So now that the front yard is almost done, I wanted to just sit down and explain a few things, because I have a feeling that I haven't explained anything yet. The idea for us is mainly to grow our own veggies and to be self-sufficient in a certain way. We don't want to be off the grid or anything like that, but we do like to grow our own stuff, because you know what happened to it. It's really fun to see a seed grow all the way to something you can eat, and in that way be self-sufficient. And also it tastes so much better. The main goal for this YouTube channel is just to inspire you and join us on the journey to grow some food. And it's actually those simple steps that can really inspire you and just get you going, even if it's just potting a simple plant, an indoor plant. It's about that feeling of growing something yourself and looking after it. Now for the future of this channel, it's also the goal to show you how to grow your own stuff and give you tutorials, explanations and tips and tricks. So I've talked about the different places we have, but I haven't really talked about what we're going to do with them. So the front yard will be a vegetable garden. We will have 2 main raised beds and we will grow our veggies in there. And we will do the same with the backyard. Now for the attic, and that's where I might have confused quite a few of you, because it's not normal gardening. We will do microgreens, which are basically vegetables that are just sprouting, and you get them right before they are actually growing. And that leaves a very tiny green, which is a microgreen, and you can put that on top of food, and that can enhance your food by adding some extra flavors. And next to that, the idea was a hydroponic, which is basically growing your veggies without soil. So we will get into all that stuff as well on this channel, and I just want you guys to follow along the ride and be inspired and join in on the fun and type in the comments and just, you know, create a small community of people who like to grow. So that's the idea. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. If you do, then please let me know. And yeah, let's move on with the video. Next up is getting the compost. All right, so as you can see, here are at this moment 30 something bags. There's a few more in the car of compost. So I just got that from the store, and I'm now going to fill up all of these raised beds all the way, and then we are ready to start farming. There's one more thing I want to do, and that's mainly in these 2. I'm gonna put cardboard on the floor. So the main reason for using no-till, which basically is not tilling the land, not scooping it around, but just leaving it as it is and adding new compost on top, is because that usually gives you less weeds and less work as well. So the idea is simple. You take some cardboard, put it at the bottom, and on top you layer your compost. The cardboard, of course, will decompose after a bit, and then by the time that your plants, your veggies grow and want to go down, they can poke through the cardboard. So the cardboard will feed the soil, and at the same time will prevent roots, weeds and any crazy stuff like that to go up from the bottom. Of course we will still have some weeds, but way less. So I'm just gonna get some cardboard, put it down and get to it. So as you can see, it's now completely filled up with cardboard. There are a few holes here and there. It's okay for me. If you want to get it really precise, you have to take those out as well and fill everything up. But I think this will stop a lot of weeds. So we're just going to add compost on top now. I'm going to go quite a bit of compost, so that also helps with the weeds. But yeah, it might be helpful if you want to get rid of some weeds in your garden to just use this method. Also, it will really help you in time, because you don't have to dig your soil around every time after you crop something. So now that the first bed is filled up, I just want to go and do the outside border. Now we have some different compost for that, for the bottom part, just to fill it up, and then we'll add the same compost. here it is done. We actually already started planting. There are some blueberries and some honey blueberries in there, so we'll hope to see some harvest from that later. Then the 2 raised beds, of course. One of them I put some guiding for sugar snaps, so we want to plant those there. The tomato bin is done also, so yeah, overall really happy with it. It's a lot of work, but man, am I happy. Good morning, guys. Welcome to a new day. Today is actually the day where we're gonna start planting. So I have tomatoes, iceberg lettuce, sugar snaps, beetroot, broccoli, pointed cabbage, a lot of different things. And I'm just gonna start sowing them today. We need to get that ready because else we will be too late in the year. So I'm first gonna sow them here. Then I'm gonna put them inside and leave them to germinate inside because it does get quite cold at night still. And this just helps the process, helps to make sure that the plants are actually sturdy, and then we can transplant them outside in a spot where we want them to. So yeah, let's just get started and let's fill these up. Alright, so here you have it. I've planted quite a lot, and you can see over there that there's lots of space left. I also have the Brussels sprouts in a separate container because I want to put them outside in a little glass container. And then behind that is a glass with spinach because they like to germinate in the water. So I'm just going to have that set for about 24 hours. And then I have 2 rows over here for my spinach that I can still put them in later. So that's it. I'm going to put these in the front window now, and yeah, let's move on. So that was it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Another week come by quite quickly. Really enjoy making these videos, and I want to thank you guys for watching. If you like it and you want to see more, here are some other videos. Next week we will start and go to work on the backyard, so that's also gonna be quite fun. Thank you guys for watching. Yeah, see you guys next time.